The city of Pogradec and its surrounding area is one of the Albanian beauty pearls, provides much to discover for its visitors. The region dominated by the fantastic Ohrid Lake, as known as the Town of Flowers, has been an important area since ancient Illyrian times. The perfect position alongside Ohrid Lake, surrounded by fields nestled before picturesque mountains, will be your panorama throughout your holidays in Pogradec. The harmony of nature and the friendliness of the inhabitants will bring you back again and again. The sunny days at the beaches along the lake, the strolls along the promenade, as well as the various specialty dishes and local wine enjoyed in the restaurants will provide unforgettable moments for you. Your holiday photos and diary notes will remind you of your relaxing adventure and beckon you to further discover the pearl called Pogradec. Lake Ohrid, 363 km², is one of the deepest freshwater lakes in Europe and, as such, in the focus of international efforts to protect it. It is home to a number of fish and birds found nowhere else in the world. One famous fish is a kind of trout called koran that provides exquisite taste delight when grilled.
Castle of City. If you get on the top of the hill, at the entry of Pogradec, you would find the old walls of the Illyrian castle of the Enkelis tribe. The remaining stones are from the walls of the castle, which is believed to be more than 2000 years old. Kabashi, only 2 kilometers from Pogradec, climbing the hill, you will discover a wonderful place for picnics. In Kabash is a great waterfall with clear water. Many people go there and visit it.
The Topleci neighborhood is the oldest neighborhood in the city, and the alleys have an architecture value. This is a neighborhood that big names lived in: Lazgush Paradeci and Mitrushkoteli, two big and famous Albanian poets. But this isn't the whole history that relates education with this neighborhood. The second school in Albania was built here. Nowadays this zone is appreciated by visitors for everything, from its beauty to its antiquity.
Drilon is one of the unmatched areas with natural beauties next to Ohrid Lake. Despite the natural wealthy opportunities the zone can offer, its tourism potentials are developing nowadays. Drilon, the alea, wooden bridges, swans, ducks and pigeons best complement this fabulous scene. The whistling of the branch of the trees, the chirping of the birds, the clear water moving slowly towards the lake, the boats that seem to be competing with the swans and ducks, the happy voices of the children running and playing on this green carpet make Drilon one of Pogradec's favorite tourist spots. Tushamirst is located on the southeastern side of Lake Ohrid at an altitude of 692 meters, surrounded by mountains on all sides. Tushamirst is seated among mountains that surrounded the entire lake and is at the perfect spot to explore the lake and the surrounding mountains, hills, rivers and forests. In summer, there are many people. The visitors mostly appreciate the food and hospitality of natives. The Albanian movie Zonja nga qyteti has been filmed in this village. As you see, this place is worth to visit.
The Lin area has been inhabited since at least the Iron Age. Archaeological findings from the hilltop above the present-day village include foundation walls and the mosaics of an early Christian Byzantine church dating from the 6th century. The church is a cultural monument of Albania and included within the possible UNESCO site of natural and cultural heritage of the Ohrid region in Albania. In 1873, the village was recorded as having 65 households within 90 males Bulgarian Orthodox Christians and 62 males Muslims. In 1900, Vasil Kanchov traveled throughout the region and would report that Lin was a mixed village split equally between 300 Bulgarian Christians and 300 Albanian Muslims. In the only peninsula of the lake, you can view the mosaics of Lin, which are situated 22 km far from the town of Pogradec. The mosaics built during the 5th to 6th century AD serve as a testimony to the flourishing civilization of this area.
Whether you come at Pogradec, you should never miss some of the monuments, either natural or cultural ones. Today, we are going to show you some monuments that amaze you. Trilon. Trilon is located near the city of Pogradec. There is the river with a cold and really clear water. Except the river, there are natural magics with lots of trees and flowers. There are wonderful swans there. You can enjoy the view while eating a meal in different restaurants. I would advise you to come here. Then we have the cypress of St. Maria Church. There is a church in the Topleci neighborhood which is visited by Christians every day. Besides the religious part, in the yard of the church there is a cypress there. It is the only one left of its kind with a large height and 230 years old. Kamia Stone. Kamia Stone is located near Chafaili Polmas. When people hear of that, they ask what makes this stone special. The sun, rain, air and other climatic conditions have made this stone look like a ship on the mountain. I would highly recommend you to visit this place. But this isn't all. After the natural monuments, we wanted to show you some cultural ones. Castle of Pogradec. This castle is located on the top of the hill of Kalaya. Now, there are only debris left there, although way before, in 5th century before Christ, there was a strong castle with a diverse of lives. The castle was destroyed by Romans, but it was rebuilt without the past value anymore. Believe me, it's worth it to visit this castle once, because the view there is amazing. Next, we have debris of Byzantine church Lin. Except the mosaics, Lin has its Byzantine church with a big yard where people can rest.